Yep. That means it is 4-4 going into the ace match, a true ace match, to determine our winner this week.
Right, and just as a reminder, these ace matches are a best of 3. No telling how many matches we have here.
Yeah, and it's a matchup we have not seen so far, which I'm glad to see, a TVT, because I like TVT. I hate playing it, like watching it.
Best of 3 TVT. We could be here a while.
Or we could be here for like 10 more minutes. Like,
yeah,
that's
really
TVT right there.
It could go either way.
It could. And I honestly think it's going to go a couple quick games maybe a long one. Maybe some mech play. Definitely lengthen things a little bit. Let's go and hop into game 1 of our final set here. It is a diamond game. It's a diamond game on Yonsu, which I like as a TVT map. There's a very exposed ramp here. I'll point it out in a moment here. Alright guys, this is our final set. Best of 3, spawning in the bottom left, representing Team Outset. We have Teflon.
And in the top right corner, we have our Terran for Team Rival Gaming, Entropy. Okay, and as we get into the game here, I mean, what are the possibilities we're looking at here, Punish? What do you think?
We're going to see a couple things. We're either going to see a barracks first, announcing maybe some Reaper play, maybe some early Marine play, maybe some defense, maybe try and take expand, or we're going to see gas first. We can see gas first Banshees come out, which is a super popular build, especially on this map when you have a nice amount of airspace. Just poke right on into your enemy's mineral line. So that'll be the timing we'll look for. Look for gas and barracks timing for both players. I really like when we see 2 Terrans do the same thing against each other, or a slight variation, like very slight variation of Banshee builds, like a gas first versus a 13 gas for Banshees, or like a 12 gas. You can find yourself with Banshees in each other's bases. We see barracks first for both players at the same time.
Difference in positioning there. Do you have any comment on what they're doing there? Why is one's walling off the ramp, one's keeping it in the base? Do you agree with the wall off against another Terran?
It depends. The wall really declares I want to hide something, or I want to be more defensive. That really tells your opponent you might be hiding something. You might be hiding a starport back here. This, the smaller base, I really like, to be honest. It's very defensive. It's great against early Reapers because you aren't spread out across this entire area, which is quite large on Yonsu, for 1 or 2 Marines to cross. So maybe playing more defensive, looking out for the Reaper play, looking out for the Banshee play. But it's hard to say. We're going to see how they continue, because you could definitely still wall off this ramp. It's definitely still likely he'll try to do that.
I mean, you've commented before on the wall off in a TVT or versus Terran in general, where the Terran just picks up and drops into the main. I mean, you have that limited mobility with your 2 small choke points to bring your troops back in for defense, while they're just dropping your mineral line.
Yeah.
So I'm not...
It's tough. I mean, later on in the game, if you build this defensive base, you may try to take this position, because this is very exposed. Like, many games, a Terran can drop right here and absolutely kill the other Terran if they've built anything here, or if their army charges up to it. So this is a very interesting map. Good Reaper entrance here as well. I love this little Reaper ladder. We're seeing a Reaper come out first.
Factory coming down for Teflon.
Fast factory. So he's not going Reaper. He's instead going to say, I'm either going tanks, maybe Hellions.
1 gas. Maybe not a 1-1-1 play there.
He may still. He'll probably take the gas right about now, in a couple seconds here. Usually when your second gas building comes up, or your first gas building comes up, you want to drop the second gas. Reaper coming out.
Marines being microed back.
Yep, very nicely.
Quite
that
elegantly.
Reaper cannot do very much now. It's too low health. It's got to back up and heal.
Unfortunately for the Marines, they're not going to be healing. That Reaper will be back to fight another day, perhaps joined by a friend, which as we see him streaming across the map, that jetpack on.
We're seeing expand come out of Entropy at the low ground here, as well as a second barracks, out of which is building another Reaper. Some early Reaper play is going to be the plan for Entropy. Moving into the main here. He's going to definitely be able to kill that one Marine before do anything. There we go. Second Marine. Ooh, he's got very little right now. 2 Marines pop out of the reactor barracks just in time. Pushes out of his base. That was good. I think it was a fairly even trade right there.
It's interesting. There's slight deviation in builds here. Both of them going for an expansion quite quickly.
But he's going faster tanks, which is honestly a huge thing in TVT. The faster tanks a lot of times mean The faster contains, the faster defenses.
And it's definitely going to help out against the extra units that are going to be coming out from that 2 racks build over there.
Yep, absolutely.
One Reaper goes down as another one is microed back. They're going to leave to heal yet again as 2 Marines are dangerously low. I mean, they've been around since the beginning now. One of them has a kill. The other one has one as well. 2 Reapers have gone down for Entropy.
Yep, we are seeing a fast starport come out of our green Terran Teflon. He's also dropped the turret in case any sort of Banshee shenanigans follow this up.
Is that not kind of a greedy 1-1-1 there with kind of a pause there to expand and then continue?
It's a little more of a economical 1-on-1. It's not quite an all-in.
Right.
Otherwise, you would not have dropped this at all, and probably would not be making quite the eBay you would have made a lot later.
Entropy is ahead in the gas department here.
He is. He's dropping the factory.
He's definitely got a more solid economy coming down. He has slightly lower supply, but he does have 4 more SCVs.
Teflon's going to take his natural base here, going to lift in. Has the tank, so he's pretty safe right here. There's not much his Reapering opponent can do to threaten this. Reaper's just hanging out there at the watchtower. We have Stim coming down for Entropy.
We see a tech lab coming down for Teflon. Is that on the starport by chance?
It is on the starport. We're seeing delayed Banshees come out of him.
How interesting.
This is interesting because he probably is not expecting Banshees. He has an eBay, but he's going for one. He does not currently have any turrets.
No energy on that orbital either.
No.
What about the natural? Does that have anything for a scan? It does, but
not just yet. It's got to hit 50. It's got a couple seconds here.
May just be a mule depending on the timing of this attack here.
He's pushing out for an early 2 tank attack. I like this. This can do a lot of damage. He does not quite have a tank out just yet. He's currently making one. He's also making a medevac.
Banshee's coming out, but his cloak there.
Oh, he's going to be able to get a little damage done right here. Ooh, very nice. That was really nice. He is not going to take the damage from this attack that it was meant to do. It's going to take some, though.
The tank does fall to a handful of SCVs and a Marauder, but those SCVs have to retreat as 3 Marines in the tank advance up. 1 tank is sieging on that ridge. He's going to help defend that.
Fire on these Marines. Stop any sort of aggression from getting too ridiculous.
Just out of range there. Oh, maybe not.
Teflon is rallying. Oh, that was close right there. Teflon is rallying to his opponent's base, which is pretty flamboyant at this point.
How did that tank see that?
One hand. He was in range.
Okay.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Just barely. I saw the edge of it.
Gotcha.
He may have scanned earlier as well. I think he might have scanned.
There are some scans coming down.
Yeah. And Entropy is posturing. As often happens in TVT, you kill your opponent's first couple siege tanks. You're like, well, am I not in the siege tank lead right now? And he's kind of right. He is.
Not enough medevacs to load up and immediately fly over there, but he may want to move out. He does have a supply lead. He has a significant worker lead, and he has the army lead. I mean...
Yeah. They're even on siege tanks. He's got a couple more Marines.
The economy for Entropy is also quite dominant here in this matchup.
He's getting his gas set up his natural, set to really move from that 2-base production, getting the 3rd down. This is where Terran can definitely move up, can definitely drop a lot more Raxes, another factory, possibly another starport, depending on what direction he wants to move. I think he's going bio, so I think we're gonna see another factory come down, a couple more Raxes, keep the upgrades rolling.
We have 1 Viking coming out for Teflon, maybe to help out those tanks with their sight range there.
I think so.
Easily sniped by some Marines, but still, they will take some damage.
A lot of chasm in this map, though. You know, a lot of chasm like this one right here. That's very easy to kind of hover a Viking over.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got a little bit of a disadvantaged army here. He's gonna have some nice micro.
His +1 is gonna kick in to even out with Entropy's +1.
Yeah.
And Entropy just goes home. He does not have to take this fight. He doesn't have to advance into tanks. And if he does, he's going to want some more medevacs. And then he can just lift right up into that base.
Yeah, he can. This ramp position right here is still exposed. He has no turrets there, no tanks there. If he took this high ground and fired down on his enemy, he would have nothing he could do about it. He would then be forced to... And what do you do with the workers then? I mean, if he sets up... He can move down here as well and start threatening that mineral line. Either way, we're seeing him back up. We're seeing more production come out. He's, what is this here? He's dropping another factory. He's going double Viking production. This is another marker of TVT is the Viking count. So that and siege tank count is a big indicator of how our player's doing.
Siege tanks cursed with the ability to shoot further than they can see. Definitely Definitely loving those Vikings and the help of the site there.
It's a curse, but as a Terran, I don't mind it. I still just love siege tanks. They're just so good.
Yeah, one quick circle around with the Vikings, and you get a couple volleys off of those tanks, and
The medevac's great as well. You boost the medevac out, do some sweeps with it real quick, and you have a great sight. It's valuable, though. I mean, either one of those scouts are valuable. I would argue that the medevac is more valuable. So I would think that the Viking's a little better, but yeah.
The third has been completed for Entropy and landed. Now in position, he has 3 orbital commands. Maybe call down some mules there to boost the economy a little bit more once again. The worker lead and the supply lead slowly closing in, but still Entropy holding his lead right now, and he's about to secure an even bigger lead with this macro.
This is a hard game to look at and see who's going to win. I honestly don't think there's any clear advantage for either player. Small army lead for Entropy, just in more bio. He's not quite gone for the Banshees and a little more tech of his opponent. And he also had some nice trades earlier on. I think with this push right here, you could definitely do some damage. I see him pushing out really soon here, possibly when his armor finishes up. Oh, he's going for a 3rd factory, which is quite a bit.
Real big emphasis on those tanks, then.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, they're very important in this matchup.
What are the chances of Widow Mines coming out here?
I don't see it being too likely.
Armory's coming down, likely to help out with the upgrades there. There we go.
Yep, we're seeing Cloak come out for our Green Terran player Teflon.
A little late there with the Tech Lab being so early. The Cloak just now coming down. The Banshees came out, but not really able to do much with that Cloak.
Teflon's also quite rich on minerals right now. Definitely could drop a couple racks here and make it a lot more production going on. We see 1 more rack coming down. Bringing up to 3, I believe. That's not a lot of Raxes. Instead, he's going for the double Banshee production. I'm sorry, double Viking. Oh, that's not what that is. Yeah, double Viking. He's taking this little plaza here outside of his 3rd. Pretty defensive position with this small little choke. As well as this one here. Easily covered by tanks. We gotta watch for this little back door. Entropy's getting scary. He's currently moved up to 8 tanks, which is quite a few tanks. That is a sizable number. That tank line could do some damage. Gonna posture a little bit here. Possibly gonna move out. We also got 4 Vikings and looks like 3 medevacs. Yep, 3 medevacs. Getting the turret defense. Both players have gone really heavy on the turret defense for their main especially. Don't see any drops yet though. Alright, this push is coming in. Looks like it might threaten the 3rd. Teflon does not see that. Don't get any scout on this. His Banshee poked in here and got immediately knocked down by Vikings. So it's a little unfortunate. Does he see you? This scan, maybe the indication he needs to know that attack's coming. Also, the tanks attacking his mineral line, definitely going to be an indication that something's going on here.
Man, that is just the perfect siege position if you decide to take that base as your 3rd.
Yeah, this is so common on this map, to be honest. This mineral line is so poorly played, so indefensible.
Almost 2 tanks getting picked off there cleverly by the Banshees. One will fall in turn by those Vikings there in a very timing
fight
scan.
going on here. Taking some of the lead. Now, the funny thing is because the Banshees and then also the Viking lead, quite a damage.
2 medevacs just fell to those Vikings as well. Those Vikings now taking air superiority over the 2 of Entropy.
Yep. And we see behind this, he's making 2 more Banshees, trying to take advantage of that air advantage. Also 2 more tanks. With 3 tanks at a time coming out of Entropy, though, which is a lot of tanks at a time. He's going like Marine and then a huge amount of tanks. Emphasis on the tanks. Getting upgrades as well. Currently has an advantage with 2-1 just finishing up. Also going for +2 attack on his mech. Tanks, again, doing even more damage.
Entropy a little bit supply capped here. Still holding the superior army. The worker count gap has increased again for Entropy in his favor. And, however, Teflon seems to have... Is that an upgrade advantage I see?
Teflon? No. Entropy has the upgrade advantage.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Entropy does have that upgrade advantage. Everything going very well for Entropy.
Yeah, he's got the scary army. He's getting ready to take his 4th.
His 3rd came down sooner.
Yeah. He's got a nice position here, but Okay, 3 orbitals, or 3 commands are currently going down for Teflon. Yeah, a lot of money.
How common is this when you're not going mech?
This is not that common, to be honest. You definitely want those later on, just for the energy alone. Those scans are